I was wrong.
Right. So basically, this is a question of what an individual needs to feel safe and secure with
Yeah.
their potential partner. Yeah. Um, that can look like many different things, but a person will need something to feel comfortable and secure in a relationship. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, the obvious is financial security. Everybody needs money, financial security. And it's funny for me how I saw people are saying that money is a need, a necessity, but sex is not a necessity. Some people even were saying, if you can take your vagina to the bank to get a mortgage, right? And it's
Yeah, I
it is
saw that
it is
one.
and that is comical to me because at the end of the day, yes, you can't eat, you can't drink, you can't live without money. However, our basic primal instinct is that of of physical nature, whether you're a man or a woman.
Yeah, we had
You
this
know?
discussion yesterday. I remember, if you remember, I sent you the picture of Maslow's hierarchy of needs, right? And when
Yes.
you look, you realize that sex and protection, shelter, all those things are actually on the same level. Is when you start to evolve um, and self-actualize as a human being, you realize now that you start to move up and you require different things um,
Give them that scale
personally.
again. Not
Yeah.
to cross you, but give them that scale again. Because I don't want us to say things and people don't think that, I want people to go and research. Say that scale again.
Yeah, when we talking Maslow's hierarchy of needs, and the basic needs, your physiological needs, air, water, food, shelter, sleep, clothing, reproduction. And the only way we as humans reproduce, well, the easiest way we reproduce is through sex, right? So they're all there at the bottom, on the bottom level of the hierarchy of needs. They're all there together. So air and water right up there with sex.
Yeah.
Um, to kind of get into it, Neil, I think we need to understand, depending on how you look at it, hypergamy is not a bad thing, right? Hypergamy that is, and hypergamy kind of deals with females in particular. They will always gravitate towards the best possible partner. That's a given, right? When I was younger and a little less informed, I would say this kind of waiting for the upgrade. You got old computer, you upgrade it, get signed up. You know what I mean? But as you grow and you develop and you kind of recognize where you are in life, it's like, so what? So your your partner is supposed to want the best of you. So you as a man, I preach this now for this is the third podcast we're doing.
Mhm.
So this 3 weeks running. So you should always be trying to be the best version of you. You know what I mean? So even though we on lockdown or whatever, and you might not be able to go to work, but shoot, you could take up a skill. Learn something new. You got the university and YouTube. Learn to play an instrument. Take up gardening. Um, get your exercise on. Take up boxing. Learn some karate or something. Learn a language. Take up a language again through the university and YouTube or something like that. Those are things you can do to kind of build yourself out to be the best person you can be. Don't be upset with a woman for trying to get the best partner she can when you aren't doing anything at all to improve your lot in life. You know what I mean? So when you look at it from that perspective, hypergamy, yeah, it's not such a bad thing because it encourages men to be the best versions of themselves. So I think we,
Yeah.
we should kind of look at it
I,
from that.
yeah, I completely agree. At the end of the day, still, and I would even touch on that is what we do as a species, both men and women. As a matter of fact, that is what most species do, right? They pretty much look for the best possible mate. We could get into the pheromones, we could get into body language and everything like that as it pertains to
Body
like
language.
people have the language, right? It's a joke. Anyhow, but yeah, in terms of we do things subtly and not so subtle and instinctively to draw in our potential partners, men and women.
No,
No,
not
yeah,
across the
go
nail,
ahead.
but
Go ahead.
can
Go ahead.
can I can I go on the flip side of that now?
Hmm.
By the same, women want the best possible man they can get. By the same token, men want the best possible they can get. Here is where the divide comes. Men want one set of things, women want another set of things. Women want stability, resources, right? If a man can bring those things to the table, fantastic, that's great. Here's the rub. A man who has money, resources, financial security, and stuff like that does not need a woman who has those things. So he's not necessarily going to look for a woman with those things. He wants a woman who, when he puts her on his arm and he walks out, heads will turn. People can say, yo, because I made the guys in the chat right now, the viewers, the male viewers can attest to this. When you walk out with a chick that you know she bad, and the man saying, yo, you just feel smart. You be like, yeah, that's the man. I got it today. Right? That's a fact. So now please don't misunderstand me. We ain't talking about the scrubs in the road, right? We're talking about the man that got resources, the man that has money, that man that is able,
Self-sufficient,
yeah,
self-sufficient, ambitious. Yeah.
correct. We're talking about that man that is able to provide for a family, etc. Right? That man, your degree may or may not matter to him. You know what I mean? So we understand, ladies, that yeah, you've been told all your life, go get it for your own for yourself. Because men in the use, right? We've heard it. We've all heard it. Men in the use. Yeah. But there's a different kind of guy, generally an older guy who's a little bit more settled and got some things he has built up. His money is built up, his resources. He's at that place now where, all right, it's family time or whatever. That guy,
Hmm.
you got to come to the table with a different set of stuff for that guy. That guy wants you to be ladylike. That guy wants you to be smoking physically. So you got to get it right. That's what that guy wants. And that's just the reality of it. Ladies, you want what you want. Men want what they want. Now, don't get me wrong. There may be outliers, exceptions to the rules. But generally, when a fella has brought himself to a particular point, you want the baddest chick you can get. And that's just a reality. So you will find a man with money. I've heard this all my life. You will lose money chasing women, but you will never lose women chasing money.
Oh, say that
And
again, there. No, no,
you
say that
will
again. Say
you will
say that again.
always lose money chasing women, but you will never lose women chasing money. And
And I
you
get an
know,
amen.
you're gonna take people put the amen in chat or a couple ones
Amen
or
in chat.
something.
If y'all really pick that and understand that.
Um, and I really don't. I nobody is saying or faulting women for wanting the best possible man they can get, even if they have their own. We get it, ladies. We get it that you're strong, independent, and all that. We get it. We get it that you got your own. We understand it. We get it. We appreciate it. But
Man, put the
every
ones in
woman,
chat. Sorry. I love these people here. I love y'all. I
yeah,
love y'all. Real,
love
real.
the man. We get it. We get it that you got your own. We get it. But you can't say on the one hand that you need a man with a job and then say that the job doesn't matter or whatever. You know, if it is, because we know, we get what it is. We know that you need a certain level of stability, a certain level of security. We understand that, we get it, and there's a lot of the reasons a lot of men hustle, do stuff that are a little illegal on the side or whatever. Because guess what? If them fellas was doing illegal things and the girls wasn't checking, then done. But I ain't gonna find something else to do.
Facts. Facts.
I was wrong.